Okay, good afternoon, my dear kids. Once again, welcome back to the class or the world of science. Okay, this is Mithun Raj. One more time, signing in from this part of the world. Hope all are feeling well, staying at home, and staying safe and healthy. So, we are, oh my god. Now, today, what we are going to study, it is just nothing, it is just about the control and coordination. It's a new chapter. Before going into that chapter, I think some of the things you must know, some basic things. Okay. Anyway, one introductory class already I finished. But this class is about regarding our human nervous system. You already know the central nervous system. It consists of the brain and the spinal cord. Okay, that bone is not the spinal cord. A pipe inside that bone, that is spinal cord. Okay, so this is the central nervous system, and each and every part of our nervous system controls different things that we don't want to study. Okay, that we don't want to study. This part, just leave it. I want to see the brain and spinal cord. That's why I given this photo. This is the human nervous system: the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. Okay, spinal cord and brain consist of central nervous system. Okay, central nervous system means the main. Okay, it's the main part. These nerves all over the body. Understand? See, it is peripheral nervous system. Okay, secondary nervous system. So by seeing this photo, many of the students, they must have doubt in their mind. Even when my childhood also, I had a lot of doubt by seeing this picture. I thought that it is blood vessels, isn't it? How many of you thought that they are blood vessels? See, blood vessels also you studied. Okay, that picture also you have seen. It is almost same, isn't it? Only the heart is missing here, but regarding one brain is there. It is also same like the human circulatory system, but it's entirely different. Understand? Circulatory system, it like a pipe. Okay, it's like a lots of pipe connection. It is the plumbing of our human body. Okay, and through that blood is moving here and there. If human circulatory system is the plumbing of our human body, then human nervous system is the wiring of our human body. Understand? Human nervous system is the wiring. The entire wiring of our human body is by this human nervous system. Okay? Because through nerves, electrical impulses is being transmitted here and there. Okay, different parts of our bodies we will study later. Okay, parasympathetic and sympathetic we will study later. I am just to show this photo. Okay, this photo of a human body. I have shown this video. Okay, this is the brain. Okay, the main part, the thinking part, or the control house of our body, like a microprocessor in the computer. Brain controls everything in our human body. The second part is the spinal cord. Okay, it's a long cord which connects brain. Okay, it's from the middle of our body to the brain. It connects the entire part of the human body with small nerves. Understand? These nerves are connected to each and every part of our body, and that nerves are made up of a particular cell called as the neuron. Understand? A particular cell called as neuron. Okay, in spinal cord, spinal cord cells are there. In brain cells are there. Throughout the nerves, this is the connection of wires, and each cell of that wire or nervous system is called as neuron. Okay, structure of neuron we want to study. It is very important. Structure of brain is also very important in this chapter. Mostly 6 marks will ask from this chapter, 6 to 8 marks. Okay, a diagram, mostly a diagram. Otherwise, some application level questions. Okay, anyway, it is not a difficult chapter. It is very easy to score full marks in this chapter. This thing we will discuss after. Okay, parasympathetic and sympathetic. What this part do, this part will do the opposite. Like that. Anyway, common things in our brain. Okay, some part means we have a brain in our head, and that brain is divided into two parts: left hemisphere and right hemisphere. Okay, these all are things not in textbook, but when I studied this part in my 10th standard biology, that part was included. But in this NCERT books, it is not included. Some of the things I thought that you must know these things. For exam, it won't ask, but this thing, just imagine. The left part, the left hemisphere of our brain, this is this side view of our brain. If you view the brain from our top, okay, we can see two parts, left hemisphere and right hemisphere. Okay, the left part of our brain controls the right part of the body, and the right part of the brain controls the left part of the body. It is a common thing. Scientific explanation is not there, but it's there, but it's for higher studies, not for you. And higher studies means for MBBS, not for 10th standard. But if you are injured, your left part of the brain is injured, means which part will be paralyzed? If the left part of the brain is injured, means our right part will be paralyzed. Understand? Like that. So it's a common thing regarding the brain. Okay, it's interconnected between each other. The left part of the brain is interconnected with the right part, and the right part of the brain is interconnected with the left part. Okay, it's a common general knowledge. Okay, it's nothing. In exam there won't be any question regarding that. I thought that you must know these things. Okay, so this is nervous system, and it is the wiring of our body, carrying information from brain to different parts of the body. Understand? Through these nerves, these are called as nerves. They are not blood cells, they are not arteries, not vein. Okay, they are nerves, N-E-R-V-E-S, nerves, human nervous system. And they transmit electrical impulses or electrical signals from brain to different body, and from different parts of our body to brain. Okay, two or three types of nerves are there that we will study later. Okay, in the introduction part I am not giving any difficult word. Okay, this is the main thing. Okay, brain, spinal cord, and the entire human body. Okay, not human body, nerves all along the body. This is the central nervous system. Understand? Peripheral means only the nerves. This is the central nervous system, which contains what? Which contains mostly brain and spinal cord. So leave it. We can come to our chapter. So this is the chapter, and the name is, where is the name? Where is the full screen? Okay, now it's full screen. Okay, acknowledgement and all, no need to study. Control and coordinates, let's start. So these are the things we will study in this chapter. Okay. Anyway, the main thing, one of the main thing is neuron and brain. Okay, the next one is reflex action. And this reflex action is a particular action which is done by our spinal cord, not by the brain. Okay, we will discuss that later, why it is being done by spinal cord. There is a good reason regarding that. Okay, spinal cord does not have the ability of the brain, but still reflex actions are controlled by spinal cord, not by brain. There's a good reason behind that. You will understand. You will study that later. Okay. Okay. The next one is CNS and PNS. CNS, central nervous system, consists of the brain and the spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system consists of the different types of nerves. Different types of nerves. You don't want to study in 10th standard. Okay, that is for higher studies. 10th standard you will only study some functions of the nerves, but two things you will study completely. One is the function of the brain and function of neuron. Okay. Next one is coordination in plants, and it is through hormone activity. Tropic movements, plants, coordination in animals, and endocrine glands. These endocrine glands or hormonal glands, different hormones are there in our, not hormones, glands are there in our body which secretes hormones. For example, thyroid, pituitary gland, pancreas, adrenaline, okay, adrenal glands. All these things are different glands which secretes different types of hormones. Okay, lots of glands like ovary, testes, thymus, thyroid, all are glands. We will study almost all glands we will study, but basically adrenaline, pituitary, thyroid and all are important. Okay, that we will study. Pancreas also important. Not only that, all the glands are important. I will leave it. Okay. Okay, the first part is about human nervous system. After that, this plants, coordination in plants and coordination in animal is very small part. Okay, actually this chapter is not very lengthy one. It's a small one. So it won't take that much time to finish that. So the first part, what is the need for control and coordination? That already we discussed in the introductory part, but let's go through this. In animals, the control and coordination movements are provided by nervous and muscular system. No doubt regarding that, isn't it? Our muscular system is behind the movement of our body. That's right, inside and outside also. And the nerves are the one who will send signals or carry signals from the brain to the muscular cells and back to the brain. Okay, that is the main thing. Control and coordination, mostly muscular system and nervous system. Nervous system sends message to and away from the brain. Understand? Two types of messages are there. One is sent towards brain and one is taken away from the brain. Same like the heart, arteries and veins. That we will study later. Not arteries and veins, the name is different. Okay? The spinal cord plays an important role in the relay of messages. In the absence of the system of control and coordination, our body will not be able to function properly. So our spinal cord, what is the main function of the spinal cord? It connects the central nervous system to the peripheral nervous system. Okay? Because brain is not that much big. That's why it is connected to the spinal cord, and spinal cord is a lengthy one, isn't it? 2 or 3 feet long. It's actually according to the height of a man or a woman. We cannot approximately say the length of spinal cord. Okay, if you are tall, your spinal cord will be lengthier. If you are short, your spinal cord will be short. So our spinal cord plays an important role in connecting the nerves ending to the spinal cord, and from spinal cord it is directly connected to the brain. So the most important part of our nervous system is brain and spinal cord. And without this brain and spinal cord, it is impossible for us to live. Understand? Because if you break your spinal cord, almost you are dead. Okay, if you damage your brain, almost you are dead. It's like a brain damage. You heard about that? Brain death means, brain is gone means simply you will be alive, but all the process, you cannot even see, you cannot walk, you cannot eat, but you will stay still like that. Better to die than that, isn't it? Okay, anyway, that's not our point. So this is the need for control and coordination. If there is no control and coordination in our body will not be able to function properly. You know how many millions and trillions of data is being transmitted throughout our body daily? Understand? Our human nervous system has more speed than the best supercomputer in this world. Isn't it? The data is transmitting each and every second. How many of the things is going on? You are breathing, your heart rate is there, blood is flowing here and there, lungs, trachea, bronchis, esophagus, adrenaline, pancreas, digestive juices, pepsin, trypsin, bile, salt. How many things are there? Excretion, ejection. How many things are there in our body going on at a single time? Isn't it? All these things are because of this control and coordination, which is in humans the main part is human nervous system, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Let's see. Neuron, another structure I will give. This is not a good structure. Okay, this is not a good structure. In detail, I will give the note. In that note, I will give the real. Anyway, this is a neuron. No problem with that. Here it is not mentioned everything. So let me just see. Okay, something is being mentioned here. Okay, neuron is the basic unit of the nervous system. Okay, fundamental unit of nervous system means each and every nerves are made up of neurons. Understand? Nerve cells are neurons. This is the particular shape of a neuron. So these are the main things we want to study. Cytone or cell body. This big part is cell body. These things are dendrites. The round in the center is called as nucleus. It is not given here, but that also you want to mark in your diagram. Axon. This long pipe, it is called as axon. See, like a thread, long thread. And these are nerve endings. This is connected to the dendrites of next neuron. Understand? Or sometimes it is connected to the muscular tissues and all. Okay, so this is the structure of a neuron. The main part is cell body, nucleus, dendrites, axon, and nerve endings. Okay, in original diagram the marking is there. This one you don't want to draw. The one which is in the textbook, it is fine. Okay, it is very easy to draw that one. Neuron is very easy to draw. Brain is a bit difficult to draw. We will discuss about that, how to draw that. Okay, so nothing like cells, animal cells you studied in 9th standard, like that. Neurons are the basic cells of nerves. Okay, each and every nerve is made up of neurons. Different types of neurons are there. You don't want to study that one. Okay, different types of neurons are there. For example, in our nose, olfactory neurons are there. In our tongue, another type of neuron which has taste, sense of taste and all. Each and every sense organs of our body has different neurons. Okay, for example, eye, photoreceptors which receives light, another types of nerves. In our nose, olfactory nerves are there. Tongue regarding taste and all. Skin regarding touch, feeling heat, feeling cold, all those things. Okay, and ear also, hearing sound. Different types of nerves are there that in detail we don't want to study. One or two application level questions are there regarding that. In this textbook, I think two about our taste and about our smell. That two nerves are there. Anyway, I will give the chart of all 5 sensations we have in our body. Okay, 5 senses we have, and which nerves are there in that part. That is also important. So this is the main structure of neurons. Okay, our anyway, these are the building blocks of our nervous system. Okay, neuron. Next one, see, another thing is the synapse. So I think synapse is a bit earlier. Okay, so I told from this part to this part, electrical signals are carried on. Understand? Electrical signals. After studying synapse, we will finish this chapter. Okay. Functions of dendrite, axon, receptor, reflex axon and all we study will next class. Synapse we will study today. What is synapse? Actually, synapse is a bit early to study now. So there is a gap between, see, I told this ending, this nerve ending is connected to the dendrites of the another neuron. Understand? Like a chain it works. This nerve endings, it is connected to the dendrites of the another neuron. But there is a small gap in between. See, understand? If there is a gap means that circuit is not closed. So electrical signals will come from here to here. But it is not transmitted to the next neuron because it is not directly connected. A gap is there. See that gap? Okay, this is the end of the dendrite of one neuron and this is the end point of nerve ending of another neuron. Okay, so there's a gap, so the electrical signals will not pass directly. Understand? This gap is called as synapse or synapse. Understand? Synapse is the gap between each neurons. Okay, actually dendrites of the next neuron and nerve endings of the another neuron. So here there is a chemical that is called as synapse, and in between here chemical transmission of signal is going on. Understand? Chemical transmission till the end electrical. Here due to the presence of synapse, chemical transmission, again it is converted into electrical signals, then it is given to the next cell. Understand what is synapse? So like that it is carried out. See, here another, imagine another neuron is here. Understand? Another neuron, and the nerve endings of that neuron is connected to this dendrite. Okay, electrical signal from the brain will come and stop here. In this junction, synapse is there. This electrical signal is converted into chemical signal, and it is transmitted, and the electrical signal is transmitted. Again it will come to the nerve ending of the neuron. Here again synapse is present. There it is again converted into chemical signal, and it is given to the dendrite of another neuron as electrical signal. Understand? That is the method how these electrical signal or messages are carrying throughout the body. Okay? Chemical signals are there, electrical signals are there. But why it is very fast? Because the gap is very small, isn't it? The gap is very small, that's why it is very fast. Understand? Through neuron, within matter of milliseconds or nanoseconds, the electrical impulses will pass. Okay, here the gap is very short. This is very, very, very small. Understand? You cannot see it with naked eye. It is very difficult to see it with microscopic, what do you say that? Microscope, sorry. Nano microscope we need for this one. Understand? Electron microscope, nano microscope. Very, very powerful microscope for all these things. You understand? I think you understand the meaning of synapse and all, isn't it? Okay, fine. So what happens at the synapse? Synapse acts as one-way valve. Okay, it has a one-way valve. That means the signal will pass from nerve endings to the dendrites, not vice versa. Or not or, only that. Understand? Only like that it will pass. Only one direction. It won't allow it to pass to the next direction, the opposite direction. Okay, let's see. The unidirectional transfer of impulses occurs as the chemicals are produced in only one side of the neuron. Okay, fine. Only here the chemical is produced. That's why it is not going opposite. Okay, from here to here it is transmitted. Okay, let's see. Functions and parts of neurons we will study in next class. Okay, too much introduction and too much first class is boring. Some small works I will give. Try to finish it. Anyway, within 8 or 10 class we will finish this chapter. If you understand neuron, next brain is very easy to study, and the hormones are very easy. Okay, it's very interesting also, different hormones in our body. The main thing is brain and neuron, both are diagrams. One more diagram is there, diagram regarding reflex action that we will study after 2 or 3 classes. That is also very interesting. Okay, in daily life, how many types of reflexes you are doing? Okay, anyway, reflex action, I think you don't study it in earlier classes. We will study in detail in this class. Okay, this was, so the first class finishes here, and it's again about neuron, parts of neuron, and different types of functions of neuron we didn't study. Only functions of synapse we studied. Okay, the gap between each and every nerve cell is known as synapse. Okay, my dear kids, that's the end of this class. Anyway, you all are very tired, I think. Who knows? Anyway, I am feeling fresh. I will continue the next class tomorrow. Okay, and we will try to conduct the revision classes and all after this chapter. And one more thing, that monthly test regarding our chapter, acid, bases and salt, I will mention which date I will conduct that. Okay, mostly Wednesday, and prepare for it. Okay, 50 mark multiple choice question, not multiple choice question, 1 mark question. Multiple choice I won't give, there won't be any options. Okay, 50 marks, 1 mark question. Let me see, multiple, if it is difficult I will give choices, otherwise there won't be any choice. Anyway, prepare well for that. Leave this chapter for now. After Wednesday onwards, concentrate more. Okay, simply I will give some basic question answers today, just common things regarding brain. Try to answer it. Okay, it will be very interesting. So that's it. Mithun Raj signing off from this part of the world. My dear kids, stay home, stay safe. I hope during this corona time, it's a very boring time, but do different excited activities to keep your mind in control and enjoy your life. Okay, at the same time concentrate on studies also. Okay, not only concentrate on studies, so their curricular activities. If you are fond of drawing, do it. If you are fond of sports, do it. Okay, anyway, the government is been taking back most of the limitations they are doing during this lockdown time. Already unlocked time is started, so hope the school will start normally soon. Okay, the government is planning for 5 months of school. I'm not 100% sure about that. Anyway, we will try to do as much good for your studies from the part of the teachers and the management and all. So hope all are fine and happy. Okay, so this is the 6th chapter or 5th chapter, I think the 5th chapter. Okay, after this we will study next one of physics and all. Anyway, it won't be that much difficult, it won't be that much tough time. So bye bye my dear kids, stay home, stay safe. Mithun Raj winding up this class. Just go through the diagram once. I will send that diagram of neuron. Okay, in WhatsApp I will send the original diagram of, not original, the diagram which is in the textbook is the diagram. Okay, if you have textbook, you can directly refer. Otherwise, I will send a JPEG image of that neuron. That is the one you want to draw it into your notebook. Okay, that is diagram. Okay, my dear kids, bye bye and Jai Hind.